Monday.com versus ClickUp versus Asana, which is the project management tool for you. Now, in the new wide era of so many project managers that you are not able to decide which one you should get started with, I'm going to tell you guys the pros and cons of all of these three leading titans in project management. With Asana being a long time runner, ClickUp being a relatively new but dominating force, and Monday.com known for its high customizations. Which is going to be the best tool, and is it really going to be a major difference? So let's get started. Now, first off, we need to understand the key differences between these and what type of expectations should you set. So I'll first give you guys a brief overview of each one of these individually. Monday.com is a great tool. Personally, it has been one of my favorites for a long time. It has features like native integrations, automations on the free plan, and visual interface that help me in categorizing my tasks. And on their free plan, you can add 2 seats with a 3 board maximum, unlimited, or basically over 200 template, which basically seem unlimited when you start using them, and 8 different types of columns. After that, the standard plan or the basic plan starts at $9 per seat. Then in terms of integrations, Monday.com has over 200 applications to choose from. They have things such as Gmail, Microsoft Teams, Slack, GitHub, MailChimp, Excel, DocuSign, all available for integration. Now, in Monday.com, you're also going to see that it is going to market itself as a very unique tool for different teams. And we have seen that the interface of Monday.com is very customizable. And there's even a Chrome extension tab management company that you might know who actually built an internal Chromium extension for their teams whose sole purpose is to make Asana's list view look like Monday. So you will see how easy it is to work on Monday simply because of the visual appearance. Now, Monday.com is really appealing, and I would say that for high customizations and visual appeal, Monday.com takes a really big leap. Now, what about ClickUp? ClickUp markets itself as an all in one tool. It can really do everything for you. So, can it really? Well, if you take a look at ClickUp, it started off as a project manager, but it is quite a task management focused tool at its core. While an all in one tool may sound appealing initially, and I do recommend ClickUp a lot for people and businesses that are starting out, the main issue with ClickUp is that it is too complicated for its main use. That can get overwhelmed by all the features that are included. It does many things well, but it consistently is missing in the last 10 to 15% in every category, which is not a big issue, but is super annoying when it adds up. Sometimes when you are going to look for something, the hierarchy of ClickUp can seem a bit confusing because you have things such as spaces over here, and spaces are just elevated ways of saying that it's a drop-down menu. There's no other function of a space in ClickUp other than it just being a drop-down menu, and you can create multiple spaces all in one workspace. It can seem a bit purposeless to do that as well. Now, if I take a look at some of the other features, which I really personally like when I'm working alone, that is their whiteboard feature and their goals and milestone setting features. So simple whiteboards, and you can really link tasks in that. You can also link multiple different tools in that where you're linking tasks, files, maybe you're writing your notes. You can do all of that in one space, which can be quite amazing. Now, if we take a look at ClickUp, it has a free plan, and that is going to allow you to add as many members as possible. So, no matter how many people you are working with, on the free plan of ClickUp, you can add them all in one space. And it includes 100 megabytes of storage, unlimited tasks as well. So, as I said at the start, it's really, really task focused. It has customization, collaboration with built in chat boxes, and detailed documentation features where you have a separate section to create docs. You can create guest dashboards so managers can view tasks and get a overview of their teams while still being able to work separately in your own sections and in your own spaces on ClickUp. Now, moving on towards Asana. Now, Asana, I would categorize this currently as a underdog because a lot of people have opted for these more visual platforms. However, Asana at its core is a really great project manager because it focuses so much on its core features that Asana is going to take a pretty big lead when it comes to doing one thing effectively with features and integrations that are most useful. For teams that are not larger than 15, I definitely do think Asana is something that is going to be good. However, there are cons to using Asana. Firstly, I have to say, with my own personal experience, that the visual UI of Asana, as we have mentioned previously, is pretty lackluster. That is going to be a major takeaway from Asana because I usually don't find myself to be as interested because ClickUp and Monday make it so customized and so highly interactive that it can be a whole lot more easier to work there as compared to Asana. But that is the purpose of Asana. They are marketing themselves as a fuss-free tool. So if we take a look at some of the most integrative features of Asana, you are not going to get a distraction of CRM to grow your market. And you will see that ClickUp and Monday really do try to push their CRM on you as well. And that is a different thing than a project manager. Asana is going to fill you with only project management tools. It has a fantastic API with tons of native integrations, and it is very stable. It has very few bugs, and they don't have a lot of feature releases, and that's because Asana only does new features when they are truly ready, and this is noticed by their customer base. Now, for any critical bugs, I wouldn't say that I've ever seen a critical bug come up in the past couple of years. A Asana user is going to be really effective when they are looking at their space because think of Asana like Salesforce or HubSpot. They work great if you invest the tens and thousands into getting it built for your specific company needs. So when you're starting off with Asana, there might be a really big spike, a really big learning curve that you have to go through. However, when you're setting up, when you're managing your project, once it has been set up, you're going to spend a lot less time into trivial tasks and small management. So, which one is better? Well, for people that are looking for an all in one tool, that are looking for features that are more task oriented as compared to an entire project, I would recommend ClickUp and Monday. And if you're looking for hardcore features that are primarily going to focus on project management, if that is the true aim of your project manager, then I would recommend Asana. And I only recommend Asana for teams that are less than 15 people because after that, Asana can be pretty expensive to run. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.